Is China on the brink of collapse? This is a question that has been asked probably hundreds of thousands of times over the past 20, maybe 30 years, but increasingly in recent times I've been seeing it asked. Now, this is not a question that I think I can answer for you here today in this video, but what I am going to do is take you on a walk, and a little tour around Shenzhen, and just give you a few observations about what's going on here. So as you can see here, progress and development in Shenzhen never ever stops. It keeps going. Real briefly, if you don't know, Shenzhen is basically the Silicon Valley of China. That's what they always call it. It's here in the Pearl River Delta. It's next to Guangzhou, next to Hong Kong. Lots of people here, lots of technology. Generally speaking, the most expensive city in mainland China to live in. I'm leaving China in about 3 days. I've been in China for 10 years, and I don't know if my time is officially coming to a close here, but I probably won't be back for a long time. So this is my last chance to really do boots on the ground, show you what China's like, reporting, I guess you can call it. So here I am at Haiyancheng. Haiyancheng is a mall, generally considered a popular mall, a busy mall. I have a few observations about this place. So first of all, you can see this is a bakery that used to be here. It was really, really, really big and really popular. And it's been closed for probably going on 6 months now. These signs right here say they are looking for somebody to rent out the space. So far, it doesn't look like anybody's taking them up on that offer. Just across the way over here, we have 2 more places completely empty. Again, this is a very popular, generally speaking, popular mall with a lot of people, and now, nothing. So that guy was watching me, so I thought maybe he works here or something, but no. I'll give him a call later and see how much these places cost. There's a lot of empty retail here. Generally speaking, for my 10 years in China, when something like this in a shopping mall or a popular street goes empty, there's always somebody there to take it over right away. These places stay empty for like 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. They get turned over and become something else. But empty. Empty. This one, also empty. And this is a busy part of the shopping center, empty, for rent. This place over here, for rent, big place, prime realty. And you might not believe me when I say this is generally a busy area because look, there's not very many people around. It's Friday, it's really hot, it's about 40 degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, humid, I'm sweating like a pig, empty. And so that's why there's not that many people out here. It's, what'd I say? Oh, it's 2:45 p.m. So it's a work day, not too many people around. But in normal times, you would definitely expect to see people around, empty. Over there, empty. We're gonna walk over here in the shade. I got more to show you. Business in China that usually does really well is food or maybe milk tea. Like say this shop right here, Yi Dian Dian. Very busy, a lot of people there. But look, closed down, empty right here. So these are restaurants closed down. This is a tea shop closed down. Like I said, these places generally do really good business. Shagu shagu, some shrimp bowls, empty. This steak shop right here. Now, to be honest, I don't know who goes to like a little food kiosk to eat a steak, especially in China. In China, steaks are usually sort of like a high-end meal. I mean, they are everywhere, but you eat steak to gain face, to get mianzi, and you wouldn't really necessarily do it at a little food stall. Empty. Empty. Downstairs, empty. Empty. The mind-blowing thing is, in normal times, how busy this kind of place is. Now, to be fair, in China, once shopping malls start to become a few years old, they tend to lose a little bit of their customer base, their foot traffic, because there's always new malls going in. There's new malls everywhere all the time. And again, I'm not like a harbinger of doom. I'm not saying that China is going to crash or anything like that. But I will say that I've never seen anything like it in China, in a tier 1 city like Shenzhen or Shanghai or Beijing, where so many retail shops are going belly up and they're not being immediately replaced by something else. Empty. 2 shop fronts here empty. 1 is being renovated into a new store, so that's good. So you can see when they're actually doing something and putting a new store in, they have this extension for the construction zone here. So out of like, I don't know, we passed 10, 15, 20 shops that are empty. Only 1 is being turned over. So I'm gonna call this landlord. Hey, 喂，你好。不好意思，我是一个老外，所以我中文不是很好。但是我在那个海岸城这边，我要了解那个房租费大概多少钱？
店铺吗？
对对对。
啊，您在什么位置啊？
在那个亚洲眼镜旁边，还有。
你好。
这个啊，
嗯。
这个是7万5。
7一年。
1个月。
7万5一个月。
这里是比较。
但是现在都空的。
对，这里是人流比较多的。1楼的话有3万、4万的，也有2万的。
比较便宜。以前是干什么的？
以前是手打柠檬茶、奶茶。
奶茶。多大？40平米吗？还是？
房产证53。
51。
6万1。6万1。
OK。
52平。
52平米。This one's 52 square meters. You can do a kitchen, and it is 61,000 RMB per month rent. 还有装修有免费时间吗？
有20天，
20天，
有1个月啊，要沟通。
最近生意很难做，对吧？
对，没错。
哎呀，但是你觉得可能明年会好一点吗？
这个
不知道。
我说不好啊。
对。That guy was super nice, very friendly. Really great that he was right there when I called him. That was very random, but I appreciate him for taking me around and giving me prices of these places. And what I just want to say is, they're so expensive. There's no way people can afford to rent these places and make a profit. Those places, 10,000, 12,000 US dollars per month. Per month. So it's no surprise that they're all closed down. I don't know how any of these places can stay afloat. He did show me in here a few cheaper ones. Maybe 15,000 RMB a month, which is more like, I don't know, $2,000 or so. But still, there's no foot traffic. How are you gonna get people in there to come to your business? And how are you gonna make money? Especially after labor costs and taxes and supplies, whatever you're buying. Oh my God. Oh, and one other thing I asked him, so since there's so many open places, the economy's not doing so hot right now, are the prices coming down at all? And he said, actually, like for example, the 75,000 per month place, he said that's the most expensive it's ever been. So I'm still here at Haiyancheng at the shopping mall. And right over here you can see one of the many testing stations for coronavirus. Pretty much everywhere in Shenzhen for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, since February at least, you have to get a coronavirus test every 48 hours. If you don't, then you can basically, all you can do is stay at home. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot go to a mall like this. You know, some communities, like mine, they start calling me after a few days. If I skip my COVID test, they start saying, hey, you gotta go do a coronavirus test. And I'll say, hey, I'm not going outside, so just leave me alone. So no, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And so I pretty much comply, just like everybody else. Every 2 days, stand in line and do a test. And this is just what life has become here in China. Now usually, at least in my neighborhood, it's not as bad as this with a line this long. Thank God. This is just insane right here. this just mass testing every single day, every 2 days for everybody. It's big money being made. Whenever I get my COVID test, they don't really delve too deep into my throat like they used to. Early days of COVID, maybe the testing kits weren't as sensitive, I don't know. But they would go in your nose and go down your throat. Now they just barely touch your cheeks. I don't even know if they're really doing tests anymore. It seems like it's something they do to comply with maybe the federal government, national government. Say we're testing everybody every 2 days. And they don't really want to capture or catch people with COVID, if there is COVID, simply because they want people to continue to be able to go to work and go outside and not devastate their economy completely. But that's just a guess, I don't know. Normally in China, one of the best things about living here is that so many communities are mixed use. Right across the street from me, we have a bunch of apartments. I don't know if you can see those, but nice little apartment complex. Oh, sorry. Blocking that guy's way. So you have apartment complex. Up here you have another apartment complex. And then you have, mixed use development. You have commercial real estate. And here we have 2 shops there empty. Third one over there empty. About 8 or 9 shop fronts. You got 3 empty. Empty. And I mean, look how lovely these neighborhoods are, really. Nice quiet streets, tree-lined streets, mixed use. Like, these are the kind of neighborhoods that I wish we had more of in, I don't know, let's say America, for example, where I'm from. Neighborhoods where you don't need a car, although a lot of people do have cars, but you don't need a car. You can get out, you can walk along the street, you can go have dinner, have lunch, have breakfast, go to a movie, do anything you want, simply with your own 2 feet. Or in my case, an electric scooter. Quiet, clean, amazing city, really. Can't ask for anything really better than this. I mean, you could, theoretically you could ask for something better, but I would take a city like this in America any day of the week. Anyway, closed shop right there, Mianzadien, I don't know what that was. Closed shop right here, beauty store. There's a KFC, that's still open. We're almost done, so please don't go anywhere. Oh, more coronavirus testing. Everywhere you look, coronavirus testing. Ooh, a new shop going in. A record scratch sound effect and voiceover for the remainder of this video because my microphone sounded like this. Not brand new, 6 months probably it's been open. During the rest of my filming. This is a different mall, relatively new, open for less than a year. Because of COVID policies both restricting the movement of people and tracking people, some shops have had to make a decision. For example, this Starbucks here opens to the street, but it is locked on the inside of the mall, meaning that mall patrons cannot enter Starbucks and Starbucks patrons cannot enter the mall. These other street level shops, well, they've since closed down, but they were paying for street level shop space and first floor mall interior space. Despite having street level frontage and signage, they were inaccessible from the outside. Shopping malls and other public places have had to limit their entry points in order to ensure everyone checks in for contact tracing and has their negative PCR test results from within the last 48 hours. Finally, I should show you this area at night because that is when it is the most busy, but out of respect for the people that still work here, I won't. This street was previously, and kind of still is, a red light district. There are many small bars and massage parlors, employing women from many different countries, working in the world's oldest profession. However, now this area is mostly dead, and whether or not it is due to cleaning up of vice in China, or due to the ongoing effects of the economy, I can't really say for certain, but it has been a dramatic change. So that was a brief look at a small portion of just one city in a mega-sized country. It certainly can't tell the entire story of the entire economy, but the differences now versus just a few years ago are certainly telling. My friend and fellow Neo-YouTuber, Mr. P, had this to say in a comment on one of his videos. He is in Beijing. Now, I probably have more faith in the ability of the Chinese government and the Chinese people to avoid economic catastrophe than most people in the West, and I do have hope that this is just a temporary setback that can be overcome, but I do have more worry now than I've ever had in the past 10 years for the future of this country. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming on China in the near future, including a look at Ordos, China's largest and most famous ghost city. Is it still the ghost city? Stay tuned and you will see. Bye bye.